Hello, everyone. This is Natural Nail Tech Confessions. Just another day. I want to share with you an experience that I had today, and it's also one of the reasons why it is very hard to be in this industry, in the beauty industry, as a nail technician. Um, I live in the Temple Hills, Maryland area, and also my business is run throughout Maryland. Um, I had constructive criticism saying when I was doing one of my services that they noticed I did not scrub their feet in the same manner and way of the Vietnamese Asian nail salons that they have previously gone to, and that I need to incorporate that scrubbing technique into my service, because the idea is that even though I, me, always have been, um, what people are used to is what they want. And I get that to a point, but in this business, I've always just strived to be me, Janine. And I've always strived to do things that I want. And I will say in any of my services, you will always get the basic techniques, and I may switch it up on how I do those techniques, but you definitely always get soaked. You definitely almost always will get scrubbed. I always file the feet, which is another exfoliation. So you get two exfoliations from me. You get the massage and you get the paint. Of course, cuticle work is always done, and if you want to design, you also get that. Shaping of the nails, the whole 9 yards. And when I reflected, I was not offended, but it did make me a little irritated because it's hard to just be who I am. And because the population around here is very, the majority is a lot of Asian, Vietnamese salons around this whole area. And my thing is this: just because you are the majority doesn't make your way the only correct way. Having a different way doesn't mean that it's wrong or not right because it comes from the minority. And I am the minority. So it just, it's very hard to break through and be who I am and do it the way that I've been doing it for the last 15 years. And I do. I switch up, I change. So it's not about, I just can't be something that I'm not. And I want my clients to know that I can't conform to a way just because you say it's correct, because that's what you've been getting for the last years. But how do you do that? It's not about me, as I think it's enough for everybody. But don't it's like you comparing apples and oranges. The only thing that the apple and orange have in common is that they're both fruit. Comparing an apple to an orange, you can't do it. Nail technicians is the same thing. Just because we're nail technicians, that's the same. But our techniques and our personalities are different. That's all I'm saying. You can't compare one style necessarily with another style and say that this style is right because this is the only style you've known. But then here comes another style, still getting the same things, just done a different matter of form a little bit. Doesn't make it wrong because it's different from what you've always received. So stuff like that as being a nail tech can be very hard because from day one coming out the camp, you know, I just remember, oh, you don't do it this way, and that is so wrong, and you know, um, so and so does it this way, talking about an Asian shop, and you're not doing it that way. And I think one time I just got so upset at the whole ordeal, and I just said, I don't mean no harm, but if that's the way you like it from that individual, then you need to go back to them, because what am I doing that you're not receiving? what's my question? What am I doing that you're not receiving? And she couldn't say. It was just, I did it my way, as that person, that technician did it their way. But because that's what she was used to, it made my way wrong. And I'm saying it doesn't make your way wrong. Now, if you're not getting something that you should receive, that becomes a whole different, what they say, horse of another color. Um, but if it's filing the nails, sometimes you will have a nail tech that we can file every shape that you like. But like the best shape that I can do is, let's say, the oval shape. That doesn't mean that another nail tech, maybe her best shape would be more of the square, So everybody, even though we can do all of them, we probably have one that we just do really, really well and stuff like that. So it's hard. It's hard. I've been in this game for 15 years, and it's hard to be respected and for your talent, for your individual. And I don't bow out. I don't bow out, kicking and screaming. And I can take the criticism, and it's okay. But I just have to be me, and I have to be true to that game. And I can't do anything different than that. But how do you break through? How do you have acceptance when you literally don't follow the majority? That becomes rough. That truly becomes rough. So that was it. That's all I have for today. Natural Nail Tech Confessions. Hope to see you again.